to Singapore. I'll try to, if I can remember the names, I'll try to briefly run through. We have Brother Cesare, yeah, is Lieutenant General for Italy. Antonio, General Secretary, yeah, and Caesar from Brazil, and Jimmy Zamit from Canada, but representing the English-speaking conference. Albert Schmucki from Switzerland, and Franco, he's the director for the Fraternitas Foundation. Okay, that's a fundraising arm for the order or something like that. So hold to your wallets. Okay. And of course our own brother John Wong. Okay, he's representing Asia. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll have a 5-minute short video introduction to Fraternitas, and then we have a dialogue session. All right, you have your questions ready, and also Minister General will have his questions probably ready for us. Okay, so we just have a quick introduction. This is a very brief introduction to our fraternity, our community, Fraternitas. So I'd like to invite Brother Massimo to come and take his place. There will be a few questions from us. I think some of our young adults have got questions, so we might address them to the Minister General. Okay. Okay. So before that, maybe I invite him to speak something about the order, introduce himself, his ministry to the Universal Brotherhood. Yeah.
Good morning to all and to everyone. I like know, listen only your name. Yeah, the name is the person name are very linked. Yeah, are very important. You are Brian. Joshua. Harry. Eh? Kimberly. David. Gregory. Gabriel. Hugh. Madeleine. Jeanne. Claire. Benjamin.
Natalie. And
Gregory.
Ted.
And
Moira. Gwendolyn. Daniel. Benedict. Nicholas.
Eisen. Jonathan. Samuel. Jesus. And the last there? You are? Yes? Karen.
Ben. Patrick. Aaron. And Ben. Okay. You listen our names, yeah? I'm Massimo, and then the other brothers. I'm Brother Massimo, and I was born in Rome 61 years ago, and my first 10 years like priest, brother and priest, I have worked with the young people, yeah? For the pastoral for the young and the pastoral care for vocations, yeah? And then always is for me very important and very challenging, yeah? Meet the young people, listen to the young people, share something with the young people. Now I can do it in the world. It's very exciting for me. Meet the young people everywhere, but it's also a big challenge, yeah? Because the young people look the same everywhere in the world. The same mobile, the same sneakers, the same customs, yeah? But in reality they are very different. They are very different. For example, in Africa I met some young people in Uganda. I think it's very different that meet today you, or in Europe or in South America. But this is part of my ministry. Also clear, my ministry is first and foremost to visit and animate the brothers, the friars, or I try.
to animate the brothers. Yeah, I try. It's not so simple. We have one job in Rome. We, the General Council, every 2 months we meet, 50 days. It's our tempo forte, our strong time is really strong, yeah? Because 50 days, every day, one meeting at the morning, and we try to work all the things that arrived on our table in Rome. And then the second part of our ministry is visit the brothers in the world, in the different our realities. We call our realities province and custodies. Here we have a custody, no? St. Anthony custody. Tomorrow we fly to Manila, to the Philippines, where we have 2 provinces. Okay, we have in the order 104 entities, provinces, custodies, many, and we try to visit in this last, from October 21 bis today, I visited 55 countries in the world. And you understand, it's very exciting. It's not tourism, yeah, sometimes, but it's touch and be touched by the reality. This is for me very important. Not only go, have my speech, blah, 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 blah. I know from my experience that the brothers listen and then forget, yeah. Okay, oh, thank you. Well, yeah. The Minister General must say this, yeah? But we do what we can do. For me, it's very important, touch the reality and be touched. A little, just a little, because you understand, yeah? You arrive in one different culture. It's impossible in few days. Now with John, we visited Taiwan, Hong Kong, and main China. My second time in Taiwan, third time in Hong Kong, it was easier. But main China, I can be only a disciple, yeah, like a baby, to learn, to be very, very careful. In China, you understand why. And in February, I visited Africa, Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Also my third time there, but I visited some regions of Congo, very new for me, very, 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 very poor. And what can I say? What can I say? Yeah? Do. Only listen, see, touch, and by touch. Yeah? And appreciate the work, the presence of my brothers there, and encourage. Yeah? Then my ministry has also like a function representanza. Represent, yeah? This is not always so interesting, exciting, but I must do also this. Yeah? So this is, in few words, my ministry.
Yeah, thanks. So in the sign-up, we also invited them to write some questions that they have for you. And I thought this one would be good. He says, any ways, they ask advice that you have for growing closer to Franciscan spirituality as a young person? That's their question. Would you have an advice for them how to grow in Franciscan spirituality?
Yes, yeah. What is for you Franciscan spirituality? One word. The most important word for Franciscan spirituality. Fraternity. One word.
Incarnation.
Encourage. Okay, interesting. Encourage, fraternity, encourage, and then community is another dimension of fraternity. Yes, you say What?
Love.
Love. Oh my God, yes. It's important, yeah? Then, eat. It's a very important word for Franciscan spirituality, yeah? But eat together is Franciscan spirituality. Then, Gabriel. You are the boss, yeah? For that, I know your name. Mission. Okay, mission. It's true, very important. I don't hear one word is very important. The center of Franciscan charism, spirituality for St. Francis. The Lord said to me to say, reveal. To me to say to everybody, may the Lord give you peace. Peace, and we can join another word, peace and reconciliation. The Franciscans are very, like joyful people. Yeah, we look joyful, yeah, but I hope that we are also joyful. Joy is, in English, Letizia.
Letizia, joy.
Joy.
Happiness.
In Italy, yeah, in Italian it's different, yeah, joy and Letizia. The perfect joy of St. Francis. But you know the history of perfect joy of St. Francis. The perfect joy through sufferings, yeah? This is not easy. So how you can grow in the Franciscan spirituality? But the first, St. Francis, I spoke yesterday with, I don't remember, with some brother, yeah? Why St. Francis is always so contemporary, so contemporary. Every age, every time of the history, yeah? Seeing St. Francis something. Why? I think because St. Francis has been really deeply human. This is the first. He lived his humanity full. After his death, the friars, the history makes like an icon of St. Francis, yeah? Saint Francis. But Saint Francis has been before Francis, always Francis. As young, Francis has been very human, yeah? He lived all the things that the youngs are living. Joy, feast, war, the love for glory in his time was very important. Be with the friends, always, every night. Okay, no? Very human. And but St. Francis said then in his testament, when I lived in the world and nei peccati, quando ero nei peccati, when I was sinner, yeah? The sin of St. Francis was to be concentrated on himself. Myself, I am myself. This was the sin of St. Francis. So, the humanity of St. Francis. St. Francis was human. You can deep this dimension, yeah? And how? Second step. Through read and know the script of St. Francis. The Testament, the first. The Testament is the life of St. Francis that Francis racconta. He recounted, yeah? At the end of his life. At the end of his life, St. Francis look and say, I, the Lord. The Testament is very important, yeah? And many people in the Franciscan world, before they read the script of St. Francis, they are reading a lot of books about St. Francis. No. Like if we love Jesus, we read the Gospel. Simple, the Gospel. I don't understand all. It's not important. Read and have a dialogue with the Gospel. Read and have a dialogue with St. Francis. Testament. St. Francis wrote also some letters. The admonitions are not simple text, yeah? It's very distant from your culture, okay? But you have here the best professors of Franciscanism. But I think that Francis sta parlando, no? He's speaking to us, also to you. Read and, for example, write some words, most important for me. Some expressions that I don't understand or that I understand but I like understand more. You can do it. And then have also like a program of readings, yeah? One good biography of St. Francis, some text, and then live the Franciscan spirituality. In the Franciscan sources, yeah, one man outside of the order, he wrote, these men, these brothers, they meet one time every year, chapter of Mass. Yeah? What they are doing? They are eating together, always, the Franciscans are always eating together, and they are joyful in the Lord. So, the way to know the Franciscan spirituality is have experience of Franciscan spirituality. I think that your group, youth group, is a living opportunity for you to grow in the Franciscan spirituality by the life. Because in the Franciscan spirituality, we start always by the life, not by the theory, but by the life. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, brother. So, any questions from our young adults? You have burning questions you have? Now's the time.
The boss.
Yeah.
The boss.
I'm not the boss.
I know. Darren is the boss.
Okay, so Minister Gerald, thanks for coming. And as a young adults community, we thought about certain things like I spoke about mission. So could you share some examples? Can you share some examples of impactful FYA mission overseas that we can participate in? Any mission for young adults that we can,
So Gabriel is looking at how, as young adults, to consider overseas mission.
For the young.
From among them to minister to outside experience.
For them, no?
For them to go out, yeah.
Peccato, come si dice in inglese? Peccato, non siamo organizzati. We are not organized for this, yeah? Unfortunately, yeah? The Salesians are very organized. They have a wonderful program, Youth Salesian Mission, yeah? Volunteers. They are very organized. I know so many people in Italy that lived 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, 3 years, 10 years in Africa, in Asia, to serve the Salesian mission, yeah? We don't have it. We have some experiences, yeah? In Italy there are 2 groups that are doing this, to Africa especially. And I don't know if, I don't, in Asia we don't have something on this way.
As you can tell from, I'm John. As you can tell from John Paul, Derek, myself, we are terribly disorganized people. And the thing about Franciscan spirituality is we tend to go more by charism than by procedure. So what we do not have is, unfortunately, we do not have organized sessions for young adults around the world. But we do have fraternity. And there are any number of provinces of our friars around the world who would be happy to receive some young people to stay with them and to experience the life. We tend to be more immersive and more life-based than theoretical, as you already know. we've had some young people, for example, in Asia, who've gone to places like India, to Indonesia, to Philippines, just to live with the brothers, to stay with them and to experience their way of life. In the past, we also had people going, young people, young adults and youth going to our friars in Thailand, in Australia, in Myanmar. For various reasons, those are not so easy now, but there are cases. So, voluntary persons to be in touch, and if necessary, we can have dialogue together and do something. We are not able to take big groups, but it's just small groups, like 2, 3, 4, very possible.
Yes, for example, in the south of the Philippines, in Cebu, last year, before Singapore, we have been in Cebu, and we can see the work of the brothers with a lot of lay people. Yeah? For example, this surgery center, this health service in the place, in the cities, and also Protestant, also Adventist are there. And I say, well, please, you are not against the Catholics. And these Adventists say to you, yes, but we are working with the Franciscan, not with the Catholics. And I didn't say, but we are Catholics, so it's better. But it's very interesting, to have bridge with other religions, other Christian confessions. Cebu is very interesting, They are visiting the most poor areas in the South Philippines. You know that in the South Philippines, in Mindanao, there are also many fundamentalistic people, and it's a suffering area, but it's also very, very warm area. Warm for climate and humid, but for you is normal, and warm. The people are very open, it's fantastic. Myanmar is not too easy now, unfortunately, India too is not easy, but it's possible. In North India, above all, Northeast, we have there a foundation. It's very poor area too, and I think there you can have good experiences,
We were exploring working in the Holy Land because there were a few requests with IT background, and we were talking with Friar Lionel in the Holy Land, and he was talking about the possibility of working in the library to help them to digitize their library and all that.
Library.
So, in the Holy Land Library, the Scripture Library in Jerusalem.
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a conversation, but because of the troubles there, things have stopped, But
now
that's also, So
but in the Holy Land, in Bethlehem, for example, there are 1-2 places for children, orphanage, children's. Now with the war, I'm afraid that there are more situations. The Franciscan sisters are there. It's very interesting. And I have been there many years ago with young people to serve. It's possible. After Manila, I fly to Jerusalem, and I can see in the library of the Biblical Center.
Lionel mentioned that they could do with some help, so
Yes, they need help. But also meet the people is interesting, not only the books.
They say they have a accommodation. They have to pay. They provide the food, but the tickets and all that we had to find. But we will explore some more. Any other questions?
But also in Jerusalem, if you go to the library, you can also have something to do with the Boy Scouts of our parish, St. Saviour Parish. It's very interesting. Have a meeting with the young people, with the Palestinians. It's very interesting. They are speaking English more or less.
David?
David here. You're speaking about Holy Land. So I would like to change the topic a little bit because we know the situation in Holy Land in Palestine. And I want to know Palestine, in the West Bank, as well as other parts of the Holy Land. I'm not sure if they are in Gaza, but how's the situation like for the Friars there? What do they have to deal with? The daily existence? How was the trauma like for them? How do they have to deal with issues related to the war and other kind of daily routines?
We are not present in Gaza. In Gaza there is only one Latin parish with a priest, yeah? And with sisters, 2 communities of sisters. It's interesting because the Palestinian sisters they leave Gaza. And the sisters from Argentina, yeah? From South America, they remain there. It's interesting, yeah?
Yeah.
And more missionary impulse, I think. The brothers, we are not, historically, we are not present there, but the brothers are facing the war in Israel, in Jerusalem, and in Lebanon, South Lebanon. Yeah, we have there 2 houses, and they can listen the bomb, also the fear of the world. Also in Syria, Damascus. Now Israel is attacking Damascus. Only the embassy, only one house. But for our brothers, I was there the last year in August in Damascus, in Aleppo. It's terrible. Yeah, it's like living again the war in Syria. So the first consequence of the war for Israel is for the Christians. Because not tourists, no pilgrims, no work, no job, no money. Our first job is found money to pay the workers, the Christians. Yeah? Because if they don't work, if they don't receive money, they are not poor, more than poor, nothing. This is the first consequence. It's not easy, yeah? But our custody of Holy Land is really involved in this issue. Yeah? The second question is that in Jerusalem, in Ramallah, more south part of Israel, the brothers are like the people. Yeah, they hear the bomb, they hear and they are living in the fear every day. So it's more like in Ukraine, no? Our brothers are not in the places of the war, but they are suffering all the consequences of the war. Also, listen to the people, be close to the people. Some brothers in Holy Land say to me, I can talk with Arabs and with Jews, no? From Israel. I can hear the reason of the one, the reason of the others, and this makes tension. It's not easy. This is more psychological war than material war for the brothers. So in 2 weeks I will be there. I can see, touch, and be touched. I hope by this terrible reality. But the Patriarch of Jerusalem, our Franciscan brother, Pizzaballa, he said to me, Massimo, the situation now is not positive, but after the war will be still more difficult after the war. So the brothers are also, they prepare themselves for the future, like a mission of peace, reconciliation, healing, guarire le ferite. Suffering, yes, the sufferings of the world, yeah, all the stress, the tension, to heal, to help the people to heal all this. This will be the mission of the brothers.
Other questions? Yeah, Jonathan, Mike?
I have 2 questions. The first question is,
how does a young person in today's age discern their vocation?
How can you repeat, please?
How does a young person in today's age and society discern his or her vocation? And the second question is on behalf of a friend who is in formation. How do you persevere in your discernment and vocation?
Myself. So, you can see that I'm not Asian, no? How in the Asian context you can look at your vocation? I don't know. Simple. But I can see now we visited Taiwan, Hong Kong. No? In Taiwan there are no vocations. Yeah? Not only for the Franciscans, but also in the diocese. The Diocese of Taipei has only 2 seminarists. Yeah? In China, the same. In the 90 year in China, 20 novices every year. Now, nothing. No one. Next year, perhaps 4 novices. Yeah? In China, in main China, one young man said to me, here the young people are not interested. Yeah? They can live without Jesus, without Buddha, without Allah. They can live, no religion. I said, I asked, but this is the consequence of the communism. No. This is the consequence, yes, also. But this is the consequence of our age, yeah? Our time. This, then also the economics grow, yeah? We are living in one world where God is not so important, yeah? It's your opinion, it's your position, it's your idea, but it's not so important. How we can face this? Because we came from a culture, in Europe too, where religion was at the center. Now religion is one of the opportunities that you have. You can choose. For us, for me, my Franciscan vocation is not one of the opportunity. It's the opportunity that I choose many years, 40 years ago. And I remain here. And I cannot say, yes, today this opportunity, tomorrow another. No, I have to choose. How I can be fixed in one opportunity, in one choice. This is in Asia, in Europe, in America, in Africa, this is the most important. In Africa, for example, the religious dimension is still at the center, but it's changing. It's changing also in Africa. In South America, just changed, yeah? But in Africa, it's changing, yeah? And I say to the brothers, the friars, where are the young people at the Mass, Sunday Mass? There are 1,500 people, 2,000 people at the Mass, the Sunday Mass. It's normal. But I count, where are the young people? They are not so many, because the Mass in Africa is 2, 3, 4 hours, yeah? And in Uganda, the young Franciscans, yeah, like you, Fraternitas, say to me, Father, it's too long for us. We have other opportunities now in Sunday. We cannot remain here from 8 until 12, yeah, at the morning. So I think this is the question today in every continent. Yeah? In Asia, hey, you have pluralistic world, multi-religious world, yeah? Syncretic world. Yeah? You can say, this is my choice, this is my life. It's not so easy. How you can grow in this, yeah? But sorry, I don't have the response. Yeah? And myself, I did my Franciscan choice at 20 years. Yeah? I non capivo niente. I did not understand 20 years. Oh, another word, 82. You are not born, yeah? And for me, it's most important the way through the years. And I know that my really choice, I did my really choice years ago, after. It's important that every one of us can say, when I did my choice. Yeah? When I did my choice. I know when I did my choice. And for me, it's important remain in my choice. It's not automatic. It's not automatic, yeah? How now? Yes, now I cannot leave the order, yeah? This should be spiacevole, come si dice? Spiacevole. Not not pleasing, yeah? Unpleasing. I not have this intention, yeah? Be quiet. But I say now, for me, I have a lot of challenges, yeah? I must say the reality of our brotherhood in the world. Sometimes I say, what is this, yeah? Many opportunities, many richness, many things, but also many problems. I have to do again my choice again, now. For me, vocation, choice for Jesus is like an ongoing choice, ongoing vocation. Yeah, it's very important for me remain in a dynamic way in my life, in my choice, and I discovered that my choice, my Franciscan vocation, is one thing with my life. They are not two things. Yeah. If I'm growing in vocation, I'm growing in life, in my humanity, affectivity, my capacity to be in relationship with the others, yeah? And also in my faith, discover God. And now I'm 60. In this age of my life is different, believe, be connected with God than in the past. When I was young, all was so perfect. So joyful. Now it's not so, but now is another age of my life. Yeah, I can respond. I'm joyful. I don't know, but now my joy is different. Yeah, but it's present. This is important. And now I know that when I was young, I was idealistic, and I was white or black. No other choice. Yeah, the reality was black and white and black. Now, no, it's not possible. Yeah, and the most important is remain on the way together, always.
Ben? Yeah, Benedict Wong. The question, there's a mic. Yeah.
Thank you. Just to add on to John's question, because you mentioned joy, concept of joy, experiencing the joy of the gospel. My question is, how do we make sure that we are able to... How do we make sure that we keep the fire alive, the joy alive? Because it's easy to lose the joy when you go through life, and especially I think secular life, you're going through a belief, and sometimes it's easy to lose the joy of the faith and the gospel. That's my question.
Your name?
Ben.
Ben.
Yeah, Benedict.
Ben. This is a big question, yeah? Hey. I think when we don't have joy, we are like empty, yeah? Empty, here. Not here. But not to eat. Our feelings, yeah. What I feel when I'm sad. What is be empty. For example, the solitudine, loneliness. Yeah, this is something that we have to do. We have always something to do with our loneliness. Yeah, what I can do with this? Or we don't have joy when we are very, very arrabbiati, angry with someone, with the life, with the situation. We are all centered on our angry. Yeah? And some other feelings, fear. You are living here in this perfect city, artificial city, yes? In a big competition, daily competition, yeah? You have to face, yeah, work, job, traffic, and all the things, yeah? You can say, I'm not able to face all these. I'm not living the joy. So I think the first is to accept our feelings. They are not our enemies, they are part of us. And we have to know, to touch my anger, my fear, my loneliness, yeah? Touch, and be helped to touch this, to know this, to enter, and to go through these feelings, yeah? The joy is not so, the joy is there, you can pay and obtain. No. We can pay one night in the disco, everywhere, to be happy. But joy is different. We have to go through all these feelings and to go out and to find something. Yeah? Also in the spiritual, in the Christian life, when I was young, the prayer was for me a big place for joy. After every day the prayer, it's hard, yeah? And then, one time I do the adoration, Jesus is there, oh Jesus. Another time, nothing. Then, one time in here, oh Jesus is there. All the other times, where is Jesus? What is joy? Yeah? The ideal is also not be always joyful, but live our life, live our feelings, live our what we have, what we don't have, by one source. For us, this source is God's love. This source is the gospel. And you have a big opportunity to be connected. Yeah? How many young people in Singapore are isolated? Yeah? I think a lot. Today, after COVID, more. You have the chance to be together. This is a big help to be joyful. Yeah? Not only because we are happy, we are together, but be together help us a lot. Be together, pray together, eat together pizza like yesterday evening, yeah? And do together. And you have many languages, yeah? I saw the videos, art, music, song. All these are opportunities to deep our joy, yeah? And also to believe I can live the joy. It's not impossible. Because Ben and everyone to us, many people today are not convinced. Yeah? I cannot live the joy. I'm so sad, so alone. I'm so sfortunato. Unfortunate. Yeah? I'm so, all the world is against me. Yeah? Many people have this feeling. Yeah? Together is better. Together we can be helped and help the others. I hope that I can say something to you.
Yeah. So our brother Massimo reminds us that joy cannot be found in Taylor Swift. Like Taylor Swift, they go for the concerts, you know. Yeah, some of them I see all there. So Jerry has been our leader from the beginning, 2019, before Gabriel took over. So she is one of our emeritus. So do you have a question for Brother Massimo? Okay, yeah. A bit louder. You use this. Come, yeah. I'll pass it. Jerry.
Okay, yeah, I think related to Ben's question. So for young adults, we go through life, we face disappointments. I think just now you mentioned about joy through suffering. I think we just wanted to understand, like how do we live that? How do we encounter suffering but still come out joyful? So I think it is somewhat related.
Yeah. So how to face suffering in life and yet come out happy or joyful? How do we manage the suffering? Yeah. She's a lawyer.
With the law, yeah. The law is resolving all the things, yeah. Oh, this is too much for my poor English, but we can have big sufferings in the life, yeah, and we can deny these sufferings. I have this experience. The biggest suffering in my life, I haven't denied, but I have like put inside. Yeah, I will have time. But when I do this, the sufferings grow. I don't know why I'm not joyful, for example, because I put in the side my suffering, yeah, and but the sufferings is always doing something. So I have to. The first for me is listen. What is happening? Why I'm so? For example, why I am always negative when I look the others? Yeah. Because the sufferings is how we can face, not brutally. No. We need to be helped. I cannot do this alone. Because the other is, in this case, my face. The others is myself. I can, with the other, in the relationship, I can see what I can't or I don't like see. I have also this experience. Yeah, I was helped to take this big suffering and face through another people, another man, one friend, a true friend. Yeah, he helped me to not many words, not many things, only to say, this is Massimo. You need to be in dialogue with this big suffering. This suffering for me is that I lose my brother, my once brother, many years ago. He died with 22 years, yeah. And take this and see, and dialogue, talk with this reality. This was not easy, because I have the faith, I have all my system, yeah, but the life is different. I'm very thankful with this friend that helped me to enter in dialogue with this suffering. The dialogue is not ended, is always there, but is carrying on. Ongoing process, yeah. I will resolve this, I don't know, perhaps no, but it's important that is in process. For me, for big sufferings, for more or less, you are young people, yeah? My first love, my second love, my biggest love, I lose, yeah? The word is at the end. No. You can start again, yeah? But you need to face. Eh? And so the sickness, I hope that nobody here is sick, but in the future, how we can face the sickness and how we can face the fact that the others, they don't understand me. Anyone understand me? I think that every one of us, one time, thought never anyone understand me. How we can face? What is this? What says to me about myself? I can face this, but please always with and through the other. There is a very it's a book, yeah, that I love a lot, on French author. The title is Je suis l'autre. I'm the other. I'm the other. The other helps me to be myself. If we remain in this dialogue, we have really a big chance.
So we'll let Brother Massimo rest a bit. Now with the question, we'll ask you all. We have from among the group Anne, who is one of the leader that coordinates the Franciscan youth. She looks like one of them, but she's not. She works in Interpol, in a police officer. We got Greg, who is a scientist, killing a lot of animals, yeah, and bacteria along the way. Yeah, but a few others. But what, as young adults, what are your hopes? What are your hopes for the church that Brother Massimo would like to hear? What is your hope for the church in Singapore or the church in Asia? As young people, what would you like to see happening? Maybe something?
Yes. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Please.
Greg, any ideas?
You are free, huh? You are free to speak, yes.
Here, Greg, use this one. Can we increase the volume a bit? A bit louder?
Hi, Greg. I think for me, I think yes, some context.
Please.
So some context, maybe I'm quiet, so that I think it's can use, so about 10 to like 18 years old, and we are just helping them run. And I think in a world as complex as ours, I think our faith is something I'm not sure if I put towards, but it's really the integration of faith into life. I think when we're talking about joy and facing our suffering, I think that was something that I really wanted as I think as a person, as a Catholic person, to really be able to live through this life, being able to integrate me as a human being with the church and with God and with faith, rather than I think what a lot of us sometimes face when we come to church and that we discard the negative emotions and the all, and then we go into church being this holy person that everyone expects us to be. Never really just get all the pain and hurts from that thing. So yeah, I think a church that is more aware of our own cross.
Maybe for me, I think like just yesterday when we were having the dinner party, we had opportunity to also talk to some of the youth, and I think what I saw in them was a lot of them has lost this sense of freedom in that sense. So I would really like to see youth that are more free. I think what you mentioned about the competing demands in their daily lives, and honestly they are just like youth who are 15, 16 years old, and already I think a lot of them are very bounded, are very, in that sense, not free, not joyful. And to be honest, they are at the age that, that is when they should be experiencing the most joy, the most freedom, right? But I think we don't see that in a lot of them. So I think what I hope to see is that they are also able to provide this space through the faith to allow them to be freer and to feel loved by God, and to bring this experience to them.
Yeah. So many of our Singapore youth face a lot of pressure in their life, from families, from school. So all this is making them very unfree. So they are losing the joy of their youth. Even at the age of 16, 17, the pressures in their life already at this age is quite intense. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Leo?
Hi, afternoon. Okay, so my question is something of a generational question. So, in the time of my grandparents, when they raised my parents are very religious. So they raised my parents in a religious way. But my parents, or I think the parents of this age, they are very focused on work. The father, the mom, everyone works. Everyone is working. And they make the child study 24/7. Okay, so now the religious aspect of life has been not so important in the current child's life. Like even for me, or when I was being raised up, or even for when I teach catechism for my kids also, religion is not really a big thing. So I really hope that maybe the church, or maybe the Friars and Franciscans can do something. Maybe the church or the Franciscans can do something to bridge the gap that our grandparents did, but our parents did not.
Okay. All right. So Leo is saying how the different generations of raising a child in a faith. So grandparents to parents, the faith seems to be quite important. But then in this generation now, with the pressure, both parents are working, and then the pressure from school, the faith is not important. It's not the central part of upbringing. Yeah.
My parents were born in 30 years of the last century. They were the same. Yeah, I didn't receive the faith through my parents, but through my grandmother. Yeah, and this is the same. Yeah, so this is a long history in our culture. It's not only today. It's a long history. Yeah? And then in Africa, in South America, there are a lot of churches. We say churches of prosperity. They promise if you believe in God, you will have money, home, house, many children, yes. And the people are believing, yeah. They go to these communities, they give a lot of money to this community, yeah, the communities, and at the end they see that it's not true, yeah? Because God is not like health or life assurance, yeah. The faith is different, yeah? So we need to and also the pressure of the life is big also for the young people. It's true. Today is really true. I see everywhere in the world the life when you have 14, 15 is not easy. Yesterday in Fraternitas, where the people with 15, 16, 17. This is very, very important age of life today. They are really not joyful, yeah, because they look joyful, they are joyful, but deeply they are not joyful. I think, boss, this is this is a mission also for you, yeah, to do something for these people. I recognize the boss, yeah, always.
Minister General, actually, one thing that came to my mind is actually, as you were sharing this, and together with Greg, our internal suffering, how can we become ourselves, our authentic self? I think that is the question. You know, is learning to come back to who God has created us to be truly happy, and to face our suffering, to face the fact that we are not white, we are not black, but we are everything in between, the gray. You know, we come with our sin, we come with our goodness, but, you know, it's just a gray in our lives. And to help us to become the authentic self. And I think it requires therapy, requires journey with one another. And I think if the church can provide us with that environment, I think that will be very helpful. Yeah. You know, becoming me, becoming myself, and who God has created me. The imagery that came to my mind was when Francis hung the cross, right, at Mount Lavana, receiving the stigmata, his face is the face of Christ. And I think that is who we want to be, become all the mini Christ that God has created us to be. And I think if the church can support us in this manner, you know, integrating psychology, integrating modern science into our faith, rather than just religious practice, but truly to understand ourselves, to face our suffering, to face our sins. I think this is perhaps the direction that we want to go in, and we, our clergy and our church can support us.
That's why he's the leader.
You made a good choice, yeah, really. And but where is the true myself? Who is the true myself? You know? I don't know. It's not a thing. It's not here. Because if I look only, so what can I find? My ego. Ego, not myself. The true myself, it's also, I think, ongoing process. Yeah? Ongoing process. And then you say, yeah, you are the boss, you say the truth. And St Francis at Laverna, he met, before the stigmata, St Francis prayed, who are you, my Lord, and who I am? The dialogue. Found the true myself is possible only in one dialogue. I said before, the other is like lo specchio.
Mirror.
The mirror of yourself, yeah? The other. We need, then, psychologists, yes, all is important, but integration, yeah, integrate all the dimensions. Because there are people I know in Italy, they are doing the therapy since 10 years. And they are always, I don't know, yes, please, you are always involved on your ego. You are prepared yourself to meet the others, but you can meet the others, yeah? It's not possible. We need to be in action, to be in the life. Thank you, boss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we read into the book of St. Clare, right, the writings, and she invited us to look into the mirror of eternity. So, but we realized Derek just looks into a mirror. He just sees the mirror. Yeah.
Oh, yes?
Yeah. Oh. So, Nick has a question. Nick?
Hi, Friar. My name is Nicholas. I would like to ask, over the decades, how has the relationship between OFM and OFS evolved?
We are the assistant of OFS. We are not the directors. Many years ago, the brothers, the friars, were the directors of OFS, the boss. We are not this. Today, we are only the assistant, religious assistant, to accompany the way, the life of OFS communities, and we have to learn, we, the friars, to accompany, to be with OFS, not over. This is not easy for us, for the old brothers, but also for some more young brothers. Yeah? OFS is not a group of the parish, it's a friary, fraternity of men, women and men that are the followers of St Francis today, living the gospel in today's world. Yeah? This is a very, very big vocation. Sometimes I think that is biggest vocation than our of the friars. And we have to accompany and to learn also, to learn by the lay people, by the lay Franciscans, this dimension of our charism, Franciscan charism, that is the same. We share the same charism that we are living in different ways, okay? And we can learn by the lay people, by the lay brothers and sisters of OFS, how to consider, how to feel Franciscan charism in the lay dimension, in the world, in the life, work, family. We cannot transfer our way of life of convent, in the lay people life. It's impossible. It's another life. We need to learn this. Our relationships are good, I can say. Sometimes are not good. We are like many times in some places the brothers are they're not concerned for OFS. Okay, you have your way, you can do. We are not connected. Or when the OFS people became adults, for some brothers it's very difficult, face. They are adults, They are adults. They are not, oh yes, Father, yes, Father. No. They are talking, they are speaking, but for us it's very important, no? I can meet the OFS fraternities everywhere in the world, now also in Hong Kong, Taiwan, in Africa. They are quasi dappertutto, quasi in ogni luogo, everywhere.
They're almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere, aged people. In Africa too. In Africa you can see young people everywhere, also in the church. OFS? I say, what is this? Why? Then there are the Friends of St Francis. 1,000 people. Young, joyful, a feast. Franciscan youthfulness. Beautiful. OFS. And something is not
attractive.
Not attractive. I say to the OFS, perhaps your structure is too big, too hard for the people today. We need to alleggerire.
To make it lighter.
Make lighter our structure. More life, less structure, I can say. But for us, for the friars, it's not easy help the OFS to make lighter the structure. Why? Because our structure is also strong. We can together do something. But I know some realities, OFS reality in Italy, where really brothers and OFS are one. And this is beautiful when we can have this experience. It's possible. That depends by the brothers and by the OFS. All brothers and sisters, but fratelli tutti, but we have to do it, to have experience.
Chris?
Hi, Friar. My name is Denise. I think it's more of a personal question for you. I was curious about how did you first become drawn to Franciscan spirituality?
Very simple. I don't have a marvelous vocations history. And I was in the secondary school the last 2 years, and with other 2 friends of the school, we searched some youth community, like Fraternitas. And someone in the school said to us, you can go to the St Francis parish with the Franciscans. There you can find a big, very, very good youth community. We went there. This youth community was for 100 people, very, very joyful and very involved. Above all, in these years, 70 years, in the social realities of the city, with disabled, the first engagement, disabled, and also in the politics of the city. These years were very, very black years in Italy, terrorism and social fear, and this community was involved, the most adults, also in the politics. And then the gospel and reality. Every morning we met in the parish to read the gospel of the day, to pray together, and then to be present in different contexts of our city. For me, this experience was very important. And then with other 2 brothers, now they are brothers, 2 friends in the community, we were interested. We say, we live on this way. In this parish at this time lived 5 brothers. Father Domenico, the most young, 32. Father Teodosio, 88. The oldest, and very strong Franciscan brother, very strong, very hard, Father Teodosio. He was a marvelous confessor, he was surdo, deaf. And in the sacrament of reconciliation, he said to her, "Che cosa hai fatto? What you did?" All the church can hear. And these 5 brothers were very different, totally different, Not one example of life, no, not perfect, but they were together, they worked together. I know today that this example was very important for me. See this, and they were very open. The parish was our house. Above all for us, for the young people. We can find there always our home. This was for me a surprise, a big example. Not perfect, the brothers, but open, joyful. Not only for us, for the young people, because no, they were open. Also with poor, it was a very living parish community. And then we were 3. We joined the Franciscans 3, all together from this community. This was a big help, Not alone, but 3 of us to go. This was the first impulse to be Franciscan. After I needed many others' input to remain Franciscans, It's more interesting to us why you remain Franciscan, not why you join the Franciscans, but why you remain Franciscans, This is the important question, I think. Thank you.
Okay, so I think one last one. Okay, Jerry,
Okay, I think just to share a little bit about the struggles of young people, right? Especially, for us in our 20s and 30s, we have a lot of then they do catechism, and then they get confirmed, and they leave the church. So, you know, for us that try and live the faith, often it's difficult to reach out to those friends and for them to understand why we're still in the church, because to them it doesn't make sense. And often I see it's those friends that know Christ who find it really and have rejected him, who then find it really difficult to re-accept him. So I think especially in Singapore, there are many young adults like that, you know, not around here, but outside, who know Christ but don't want to have a relationship with him anymore. So I think that's the sad part, and it's perhaps, you know, all of us might have encounters like that. Yeah.
Friends who are unchurched, we call them left the church, unchurched.
She?
No, her friends.
Her friends.
She wants to join the poor class, maybe.
I think that we can show the gospel through life more than talk, or convince, or explain why I'm going to the church. Whatever you can say is not so important for the others, but show through the life, show the gospel. This is important. Should be the best thing. Say, I'm go to the church. I get to the community, get to the church, the building. I go to the community because I don't know. I go. This is a life space for me. I meet friends, I meet brothers, I meet sisters. There I can find life. If we can transmit this is very important, but not explain, say. There are many also young Catholics, I go to the church because I don't, Okay. But show the gospel to the life. This is important, I think,
So we have Brian here who has a question.
So this year we celebrated the 800th anniversary of the Stigmata of St Francis, and the title of the celebration was From Wounds New Life. So my question is, what's the meaning of the title, and what this could mean for us as young adults?
What the meaning of?
From Wounds New Life.
Yesterday, the Holy Father Francis met the brothers from Tuscany and Laverna in St. Peter Dome, and he said to the brothers, please, the Franciscan must meet the suffering people, be with the suffering people. I think the first from wound life is meet, touch the wounds of the life, in the people. We cannot remain distant. Sometimes in the church, also in our friaries, we are living in another world, Universo parallelo, come si dice?
Parallel universe.
Parallel universe, The normal world, the normal life, and then the church, the Franciscan, no, we have to be closer, to know, to touch, to meet the sufferings of the people. And we chose this refrain from the Stigmata because it's very, very talking, not today. It's very expressive for our mentality, but it's not the center of the Stigmata. The Stigmata of Francis were the meeting of Francis with Jesus, or the meeting of Jesus with Francis in one very particular way. Francis became one with Jesus, identified with Jesus, the true myself. St. Francis found the true myself in Jesus, in his sufferings, in his joy. Because if you read the parable of the Stigmata, you say that Francis looked at Christ, at the same time Christ was suffering and joyful. How is possible? We don't have this experience, yeah? At the same time, suffering, at the same time, joyful. How is possible? This is the mystery of Easter, yeah? That we are celebrating. So we can meet the wounds of the people today, not only as places of disgrazia, disgrace, something that we have to deny, overcome, but as the way to join joy, peace, new life. This is not simple, yeah? Because today, in our mentality, I think also in Singapore, yeah, we say, I don't like suffering, I don't want suffering, I try to be over the sufferings. How we can attraversare, go through the sufferings and found the joy. This is the meaning of this refrain, yeah? Also the contents of our centenary of the stigmata. But the most important is this process, this meeting between Jesus and Francis. This became one of Francis with Jesus, and what means for us today. Also in this process, go through the sufferings, the wounds of the life, and find joy. But we need to meet the people, to live with the people, then we can talk, yeah? Then we can do something. And not only the Franciscan friars, but all you also, yeah? This is a mission.
So, thank you very much, Brother Massimo, for your time with us, to share life with us. This dialogue is a dialogue of life, so very much appreciative of your time.
Thank you.
He's not 100% a bit under the weather, but again, he takes the effort to be here. So let us thank him and appreciate his time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to you all for your patience, yeah? And to be here on Saturday morning, your free time. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Maybe I invite Brother Masood to give us a blessing. Yeah. Yeah.
The Lord, the Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
May the Lord bless you. Amen.
Amen.
May the Lord keep you.
Amen.
May He show His face to you and have mercy.
Amen.
May He turn to you His countenance and give you peace.
Amen.
And for the intercession of St. Francis, may the Lord bless you, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you, brother.